All right, my friends, welcome to our very first session, right, for the product management training cohort program, cohort 4.0. All right, so for those of us that are just joining the Top Universe program, or any Top Universe cohort program for the first time, my name is Marvelous. And I'll be giving us the first introductory session for today, right? So yes, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on LinkedIn or Twitter. Professionally, I'm a senior solutions architect, working in banking today. But over the years, I would say for the past 15 years, I've actually been in I would say several IT roles, starting from software engineering, which is something I do till this very day, right? I got into banking basically after my previous role, which I worked in as a principal software engineer, right? So yes, today I do a lot of architecture. I do a lot of product development with several product teams, and yes. If you would love to connect and ask questions, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, where I'm mostly active. But of course, you can easily reach out to me as well on Telegram via the Top Universe community or on Discord. Okay, so let's dive into what we'll be looking at today. So looking at our material, I think most of you might have seen the curriculum for the program already. So this is the Associate Product Manager PM1 virtual learning curriculum. Okay, so these are some of the objectives that we are set to accomplish with these 3 months training, 2 months official training, and 1 month of project engagement. All right, so you can go through the curriculum. You see it cuts across 8 weeks, which is 2 months, of course. So yes, take out some time to glance through this material. All right, so let's check out the next thing we have here. So welcome notes. Okay, so I think most of you might have read through. If you haven't, I would simply do us a favor of I would say being a voiceover artist for today, but of course I'll make this very interactive. Okay, all right, we're thrilled to have you here as part of this exciting journey into the world of product management, and over the next few sessions we'll be diving deep into what it takes to be an effective product manager, learning how to transform ideas into products that solve real problems and delight our customers. Whether you're completely new to product management or looking to sharpen your skill, this bootcamp is designed to give you a solid foundation in the principles and practices that makes great product managers stand out. You'll gain insights into understanding customer needs, crafting a clear product vision, managing development with cross-functional teams such as getting to work with software engineers, designers, and other stakeholders on the project. And you would learn to prioritize features, and you would also learn to bring a product to market successfully. Okay, so what are some of the bootcamp requirements? Well, you simply need a basic understanding of business concepts, but you don't need to have any product management experience to start or to learn with us on this program. You just need to understand a couple of things around business, marketing. If you don't, it's fine. During the course of the program, we'll also, get to explain. And of course, you can ask questions. So do well to ask a lot of questions. And I'm sure, this will be easy peasy for, all of us. All right. So you will need a laptop. This is really important. You can join the classes on YouTube via your mobile device, but we recommend a laptop so that you can clearly see what is being presented. Of course, it will be easy to also ask and type your questions because we would love to see a lot of questions from you. Right? This is product management. We're going to be talking about lots and lots of scenarios. So please ask your questions whenever you have one. You don't need to think of what the next person would think. Ask your questions, and I believe most of us would learn from it. Okay. Willingness to learn and collaborate. Very important. I can't stress this enough. We have come to realize that a lot of people don't know how to collaborate, especially when they find themselves in new spaces. We don't advise being that solo guy or that very quiet girl who doesn't ask questions. I think in this industry it's actually much better if you learn to engage. Communication is key. getting to network and connect with people, right here on the training and even outside of this training is very important for you. Trust me. I don't want you to end up looking like myself, that I've used Twitter for over I think over 13 years now, I believe so, and I still have about 300 followers. That's very, very embarrassing. You don't want to be like me when it comes to networking. You want to be way better. Okay. Most of us discovered the benefit of good communication and networking very late in tech. And of course, the point that I'm trying to drive at here is that you need to be way better than me. Now that you're starting out, I think this is the best time to learn. That is very important to collaborate. Okay. If you have a basic familiarity with online tools, that would be great. We'll be using tools like Trello, Google Docs. What do we have here? Discord is our major community platform, so please do well to download Discord on your laptop or your mobile device, and sign up and join our community. Simply visit topuniverse.org. This guy. So give me a second. Where is Microsoft Teams quit? Awesome. Okay, so let's continue. Yes, if you are curious and you love problem solving, if you have that problem solving mindset, then I believe you actually have I believe you are actually in the right place. So yes, do well to ask questions. We encourage asking questions, of course. So what can you expect from this program? Well, our sessions will be very interactive, hands-on, of course, and full of practical examples, full of realistic scenarios. Okay, that's something we love. We love to always put out scenarios so that the people in the class can actually engage. And I believe most times these scenarios resonate with most of us, so it's the perfect way to engage with people, to have them ask questions, to have you ask questions. So do well to ask those questions. Okay. And you'll get a chance to collaborate with your fellow participants, work on real world scenarios, and ask a lot of questions as we explore the many aspects of managing and building successful products. So please ask a lot of questions. Very important, very key. We want to see you throw out a lot of questions. If we don't have the perfect answer for you on the call, we'll definitely do some research and revert on the server, right, on the Discord server or on Telegram. So make sure you are on one of them at least. Okay. It doesn't cost anything. All right. So yeah, these are some talent stories from our product managers at BoldClick. So do well to check this out. This is from Faith Gundairo, right? A very wonderful product manager, and I think I would advise you connect to these people on LinkedIn. Okay, so you can get to learn and I believe interact with them. Okay, so we have Farouk, who is also a product manager at BoldClick. Wonderful guy. All right, so at the end of this bootcamp, you will have the knowledge and confidence to step into product management roles or apply the skill in your current field. Okay, so we are excited to see what you will achieve. Let's get started and let's get to build and learn together. Okay, all right. So if you check out the next item we have in here, so this is basically telling you, yes, you to subscribe on YouTube. Okay, very important. All right, it's very important to get to subscribe on our YouTube channel so that when we start a class, a live activity, or we upload a video, you would get to see it firsthand. Right, we have over 2,400 subscribers. Well, I think we need you. We need you to subscribe. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's good for you. Okay, so you should subscribe. It's good for you. It's also good for us. It shows that we're doing an amazing job. If you believe we're doing an amazing job, then yes, do well to subscribe, and of course give us a like on most of our videos. We're definitely doing our best to put out good content, good materials, good classes, with some of the best instructors that we can find out there, and we're doing all this for free. Can you imagine? For free. So yeah, do well to subscribe. Check out what Top Universe is all about by watching this video.
Top Universe is a free end-to-end micro-learning network for the future of work, providing the ability to quickly gain skills and...
Okay, this is not very clear. I think that's my network, so you can adjust that. And yes, you can browse through our catalog of videos. You can visit the YouTube channel. You see we have a lot of videos on software engineering, product management, from the previous cohorts. I believe you should go through those materials. It will be very helpful for you, right? So yeah, go through those materials. Okay, so let's start here. All right, so let's get started by answering a few questions in product management. And if you have more questions, share with us on Telegram or Discord. Okay, so let's start with understanding what exactly is product management. Okay, so product management is the process of overseeing the development and life cycle of a product from the initial concept, which is what I love to also call conceptualization, right, to its launch and beyond. Okay, so you actually move from the conceptualization stage, right? You go through that product life cycle, work with the development team to implement, you test, right? And you get to the point where you launch, and you keep managing and iterating and maintaining the features that are included in that solution. Okay, so it involves understanding the market needs, defining a product strategy, creating a roadmap, very important, and working closely with cross-functional teams. What exactly do we mean by that? Cross-functional teams. Well, you would find yourself working with different stakeholders, right? We're talking about business teams, we're talking about development teams, engineering teams, testing teams. It can be front end, back end engineers, full stack engineers, designers, AI engineers, machine learning engineers. So many people, so many amazing people get to work with you on these interesting projects that you get to embark on. And at the end of the day, the point is to bring the product to life. Okay. And by the way, product management, is an amazing field. Trust me, very amazing field. I would tell you, I work today as a solutions architect in banking, but I definitely love to interact with product managers a lot. We get to, brainstorm, ideate, think of, amazing solutions to problems that are faced, in the space where I get to work. So yes, the point is to bring these products to life, and product management, ensures that the products align with both the business goals and customers' needs. Okay, so this would ultimately drive product success and market adoption. So it's the central role in turning ideas into tangible, valuable solutions, into tangible and valuable solutions for customers. All right. So what are the key responsibilities of a product manager? So researching the market and competitors, very important. I mean, everything I have on this list is very important. Okay, defining the product vision and strategy, prioritizing product features and managing the product roadmap, collaborating with engineering, design, marketing, and sales team, analyzing product performance and iterating based on feedback. Okay, so at some point we'll get to learn something we call agile. We'll get to discuss that in some other class. If you look through the curriculum, we'll definitely get there. Okay, so who is a product manager? Well, a product manager who is a PM, and most times in some environments, you see them also called a PO, product owner. I mean, in some other environments, you would learn that there are different things. People tell you the product owner is actually the business owner or the person that actually owns the product. Well, I think they're both right. When they say product owner, I think it mostly depends on where you find yourself. If it's a large organization, then the term product owner kind of makes sense because everybody reaches out to that person for information about that particular product that they own or that they manage. Okay, yes. So product managers, they are the people that take ownership of the product success and direction, and they act as the bridge between various teams: engineering, design, marketing, sales, and even customer support. So they ensure that every aspect of the product aligns with the company's vision and the customer needs. And the PM role translates market and the customer requirements into actionable features, and they prioritize what should be built next based on the business value. All right, so they are responsible for defining the product vision, gathering and synthesizing feedbacks from customers, stakeholders, and internal teams, They are responsible for developing the product roadmap and prioritizing these features. They are responsible for managing the development lifecycle in a collaboration with cross-functional teams, and they are also responsible with monitoring the product's performance post-launch and making necessary adjustments. And So a PM's role is both strategic, tactical, and it also requires a deep understanding of both the market and the technical aspects of the product. Well, we have technical product managers, right? You can be a technical product manager if you want to, because there's some space you get into, and you don't necessarily need to be a technical product manager. I think if you are in tech, it makes sense, especially if you are building a products around tech, maybe products that developers would get to interact with. I think you should be a technical product manager, right? Because you have to be technical, so you can at least understand what is being built in the first place. Okay, so what are the key responsibilities of a product manager? So, well, a product manager wears many hats, from strategy and planning to execution and analysis. The core responsibilities of a PM would include defining the product's vision and strategy, right? So a PM must clearly articulate the product's purpose, who it serves, and the business problem that it solves. A PM is responsible for creating and managing the product roadmap. I mentioned this earlier, and the roadmap is a high-level document that outlines the direction and progress of the product over time. A PM is responsible for gathering and prioritizing requirements, right? They collect these inputs from the stakeholders and the market to prioritize the most valuable features, and they get to work with cross-functional teams. They also ensure product success, and that would involve monitoring key metrics such as user adoption, engagement, and customer satisfaction. So PMs are responsible for making iterative improvements to ensure that the product continues to meet customer needs. All right, and what skills does product managers need? So these are a list of questions that we believe a lot of people getting into the PM role would always ask, right? We've gathered a lot of questions over time. We've gathered a lot of questions, and these are the top 10. We saw lots of repetitions in this question, so we decided to put this together for this first session. Even before we jump into taking the items we have on the curriculum in the next meeting, we just wanted to make sure we clear some of these things, answer some of these questions. We believe most of you would also have similar questions. So yes, let us know in the chat, let us know in the comments if you have any of these questions, or you have more questions that are not answered here. Okay, you can ask your questions on Telegram or even on Discord, and our community moderators would see them, and they would inform us, they would inform the instructors or the organizers, so that you can get your questions answered. Okay, so what skills does a product manager need? Well, product management requires a blend of both hard and soft skills to be effective, right? So the key skills would include communication. I mentioned this earlier. This is very important. Okay, so PMs need to clearly communicate product goals, updates, and decisions to all stakeholders, from developers to executives. They must also act as the voice of the customer. Okay, so they should have problem-solving skills. A PM needs to identify customer pain points and find ways to address them, of course, through product features or improvements. Well, PMs should have leadership skills. True PMs, although PMs often don't have direct authority over team members, they need to guide and inspire cross-functional teams to work together towards common product goals. Analytical thinking is another role that is another skill that PMs need to have, because PMs must use data to make informed decisions about feature, and they must learn to use this skill to also do what we call product strategy, or strategizing for the product, and also performance checks, right? So they need to also ensure that they apply this analytical thinking for performance of the product. Okay, so yes, time management is very important, right? User research is also very important. Instead of reading through all these things, I think it makes sense that we also get to read them in our spare time. Okay, so user research, time management, crucial. These are crucial skills. Okay, so what is the product life cycle? I mentioned this earlier, and I'm sure most of you might be thinking, what exactly is the product life cycle? Well, the product life cycle refers to the various stages the product go through. Of course, from conceptualization, right? I mentioned that earlier, where you where you just have the idea, right? You are trying to build up that idea down to the eventual termination of that product of that product or project, right? So yeah, these stages would include the idea generation, the development, launch, growth, maturity, decline, and of course, when it begins to decline, the point is you begin to pivot, or you begin to update, or you begin to maybe retire the product. That's the point where you've tried everything and it still doesn't work. It happens. So yeah, the first step involves identifying customer needs, the market opportunities, and the gaps in existing solutions. So this can come from user research, competitor analysis, or internal brainstorming sessions. Next, development, which is where the idea becomes a product, right? You begin to build a product. At that point. So the PM works with engineering and design teams to create prototypes, or MVPs, which is what we call minimum viable product. Okay, and you work with those teams until you get the final product. Okay, so you get to the launch phase where the product is introduced to the market, right? And this is often carried out with I would say coordinated marketing and sales push, right? So the PM oversees this process and ensures that the product is properly positioned to meet customers' expectation. All right, so the growth phase after launch, this is the point where the product begins gaining users and market traction. So the PM focus on scaling the product, adding features, and increasing adoption at this point. The maturity stage is where the product has captured a significant market share, and the focus shifts to optimization, improving the user experience and addressing any challenges such as competition or shift in market needs. All right, the decline stage basically describes the stage where the product faces a decline. Maybe the market demand drops, right? Sometimes due to new innovations, competition, or change in customer behavior. And at this stage, the PM decides whether to pivot, to update, or retire the product. All right, so how do product managers gather customer feedback? Very important question as well, because a lot of people need to know. Although we're going to keep discussing this, but let's just dive into explain how this works. Okay, so gathering customer feedback is essential, of course, for building products that meet users' need. So the PM would employ several methods. All right, these are some of the methods. Okay, surveys and interviews. All right, so this is the method where we allow for a direct interaction with customer. So at this point, customers can share their experience, challenges, and suggestions. The PMs can also gather feedback through analytics tools, right? Platforms like Google Analytics and Mixpanel for tracking how users interact with the product. This can help the product managers identify usage patterns and pain points. All right, so the PMs can also gather customer feedback through user testing, observing the users as they interact with the prototype or a new feature. This would definitely provide insight into areas where the users are confused, where they have issues with the usability of the tool or the platform, and where there are functionality gaps, right? So this is the point where users are able to actually pinpoint some of these things through actual user testing. All right, so product teams basically set up a small team of customers, or should I say product users, that can actually test these new features or new applications before launch. So through or even the prototypes, so that they can gather these feedbacks and get to fix what needs to be fixed. Okay, so yes, we also have a customer support feedback, where you get to listen to issues raised by the support team, because we have a lot of customers calling in, right? So you are able to get those information, and you listen in and try to understand the issues, especially when you get to reveal those frequent pain points and areas that the product need improvement as opined by the customers, right? So yes, by combining quantitative and qualitative feedbacks, the PM gain a well-rounded understanding of what users want and need. Okay. All right. So how do product managers prioritize features? PMs often face a long list of potential features and limited resources. So yeah, to make effective decisions, PM would use prioritization frameworks such as Moscow. And by the way, we are going to look at some of these things later. All right. So I think this is probably getting into a lot of areas that you might tell yourself, oh, this is too much. Just relax. We're going to cover some of these things again. These are just popular questions. So these are some patterns, right? These are some patterns. We have these Moscow pattern, right? And this method categorizes features by urgency and importance, right? We have the these are just short words. So yeah, rice. I'm actually craving to eat rice this moment. So yeah, I'm really hungry actually. Okay, so we have the rice methodology or framework. This is a scoring system that helps the PM decide based on how many users will benefit, or the size of the impact, and the confidence in success, right? So we actually have different frameworks here. We have the customer feedback framework, or the business value, where you get to look at the features that align with the business goal, such as increasing revenue, or maybe reducing churns. So this is a framework that actually get to focus more on the business value. Okay, one of the popular ones I've actually seen in use would be Moscow, or the rice framework. Okay, so what tools do product managers use? There are lots of tools product managers use. Okay, these are common ones. We have the product or project management tools such as Jira, Trello, Asana. These are basically used to organize tasks, manage sprints, and track progress. At BoldClick, we use Plane.so, Plane.so, Plane.so. Now, I'm not promoting the tool. I love the tool. We love the tool at BoldClick, and that's what we use. But of course, Trello, Jira, I think the other tool from JetBrains called Space, we used it, for a very long time. I think during some of our initial cohorts at Top Universe. We no longer use it that much these days, but it's an awesome tool, so you can check it out as well. Road mapping tools such as Product Plan, Monday.com, AHA tool. So there's a tool called AHA, nice tool. You can check it out. So these tools help PMs create and share product roadmaps, keeping teams aligned on product goals and timelines. We have some communication tools here as well: Slack, Microsoft Teams, and Zoom. So these tools facilitate collaboration and communication between PMs and cross-functional teams. We have analytics tools such as Google Analytics, Mixpanel, Amplitude. These tools are used to track user engagement, monitor product performance, and gather insights from data. All right. So how do product managers work with other teams? Basically, if product managers are working with engineers, what they do is that they collaborate with these engineers to ensure that the features are technically feasible and delivered on time. PMs work closely with designers as well. They work with design teams to ensure that the user experience aligns with the customer needs and the product goals. They work with the marketing teams to develop go-to-market strategies, positioning, and messaging for new product launches. They work with sales and customer support team to ensure that they understand the product's features, benefits, and roadmaps to effectively communicate those information with customers when they request for such information. Okay, so PMs act as the glue that brings all the teams together, ensuring that everyone is working towards the same product vision. And what is a product roadmap? So I've mentioned this several times, and it makes sense to also get this out of the way. A product roadmap is a high-level visual plan that outlines the product vision, the direction, and priorities over time. All right, so it provides a strategic overview of what the team is building, the timeline for the feature releases, and how the features align with overall business objectives. Okay, so a roadmap helps keep stakeholders and teams aligned, ensuring that all efforts are focused on delivering the most impactful features. All right, so product roadmaps often include the short-term goals. These are basically like the features or improvements that are being developed in the current or upcoming quarter. The long-term vision, where the product is heading over the next 1 year or more, and the prioritization, that is the features that are organized based on their importance to the product success. Okay, so PMs regularly update the product roadmap to reflect the changes in the market conditions, the customer feedback, and the business goals. All right, so this is our first session, and of course this is the conclusion of what we consider to be the cohort 4 first session. Okay, now if you have any questions, of course feel free to drop those questions in the chat. Drop it on Telegram, drop it on Discord. We advise that you learn to share your experience learning at Top Universe, right? Go ahead, tweet about it, drop a LinkedIn post, share your learning, ask questions, and also engage product managers working with other teams. Try to understand how they really work, what they really do, right? The day-to-day experience for those guys. I think it's what learning, right? We learn more, I would say, from the experience of other people or from our experience. What we see, what we get to be part of. Okay, and it's a good one having you on this training, right? Thanks for joining. I'll definitely see you guys in the next call. Do well and have a wonderful evening, guys. Yeah, goodbye.